6, I swear to God.
All right, we're going to give you the rundown from St. John's River, first tournament of 2025 on the Elite Series. Did not have a super good tournament, didn't have a bad tournament. Got fortunate, had a camera with us the day one of that event. Had the best day that we had 16 pounds. We had a couple decent fish.
Come on, baby. Oh, boy.
Now we're talking. That's what I'm talking about. St. John's River. Yes, sir.
Oh, football, too, boy. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. I mean, just a chunk. A chunk. Get on in there, chunky.
It didn't start out very good. Started out kind of slow, but we caught a keeper or two on the little Neco rig. It's the magic worm, Missile Bait's magic worm. Exactly what I was throwing here. 1 32nd ounce weight in the head of it. Had the split shot, drop shot hook, the G Finesse version on there, and this was the green pumpkin money color. Great color for Florida. It's got that gold flare to it. Anytime I'm around perch lakes or in Florida, that green pumpkin money, it works kind of everywhere, but that's really what I was throwing. I had a 7-pound leader because I was in pretty clear water when I was fishing. So I was, around some other anglers. Had that 7-pound FC leader on there from Sunline, and then my main line had about a 15 to 20 foot leader. And then I had Sunline Overwatch 12 on there. It casts really far. It's a really small bait, so you want to make sure you have it long cast when you're around a lot of other boats. And as I always throw my Neco rig, I threw it on the John Cruz, the Cash and John Cruz drop shot rod. It's got that counterbalance weight in it, so that when you throw it out there, and you can just barely twitch that thing along. And it's 7 foot 4 inches, so it's long enough that it has plenty of leverage to be able to load up. And once you load up on those fish with that Neco rig and get that rod fully loaded, they're done. They're done. You're going to get them in. You got enough leverage that you can put some force on them, and you can play them. And then on the spinning reel side, have the 7 GX spinning reel. Amazing spinning reel, super smooth drag. I really like this reel. Very happy with it. But you can make, it's a 3,000 size, make a longer cast. I like a little bigger spool personally when I'm fishing a spinning reel. Either it's straight fluorocarbon or straight braid, or braid fluorocarbon. I like that 3,000, that little bit bigger size. It's just kind of a personal preference. But then after that, we went fishing. Went to my kind of my backup area, and we ended up flipping around. I caught a couple flipping a Missile Baits 48. And also a quiver, but those were smaller ones. I got my bigger bites on a Zoom Mag Speedworm. There it is right there. That's it. 3/16 weight. Actually a quarter ounce weight. I'm sorry, quarter ounce weight. I had a little bobber stop ahead of it. And then I had a 6/0 Gamakatsu G Finesse. That's that hybrid worm hook, the 6/0. That is a bad dude. That is one bad hook right there.
They're doing that right now. Oh, it means that rain. We'll take it.
Yeah, buddy. I caught, I think, a couple 4.5 to 5 pounders. The second day I caught a 6. No, the third day I caught a 6 and a 5, and had a couple other decent ones on day 2, the 4-pound range, and they're all on that hook. The better ones were coming on that. I had that on the Sunline 20-pound shooter, I boat flipped every fish. It was kind of close quarters where I was fishing, so I didn't want those fish running around and getting hooked around anything. So, man, once I got them coming, I just kept reeling them. A couple of them kind of bulldogged me under the boat, and then I would just swing them into the boat, including that 6. It was a little over 6, probably 6'2" or somewhere in that range.
Good fish. Cool. That's it. Put all your rods up.
Looking right here. I had them on the Cashin 7.3 medium heavy, the worm and jig rod. Love that rod. It's got a nice soft tip. That is my go-to for Carolina rig and for any kind of speed worm action. Really versatile rod. I love it for a lot of different things. I had the 7 GS reel on here, GSC, the high speed, the 8-to-1. And you can make super long casts, or you can make super accurate casts because this reel is very hot. You can zip it right into where you need it. And I had flawless, awesome hook sets. Drag is very smooth. Even with a 20-pound test, you want to make sure that you don't have it locked down too much. Florida, man, you don't know if you're going to hook into an 8, 10, or 11-pounder. And if you have your drag locked down too much, I don't care if you have 20 or 25-pound test, you need to make sure it has a little bit of slip. But when you're catching 3, 4, 5, 6-pounders, you want to make sure that you get enough meat into them, you get enough pressure on them that you don't let them get away. So you have to have that drag at just the right tension, and something you have to experiment a little bit with before you can get it dialed in. But that was my setup. Those were the 2 main setups that I was fishing down there on the St. Johns River. Ended up in 39th place overall. That's what I said. That's what I caught the majority of my better fish on right there.
Little.
I said, oh gosh.
I thought you said it was little.
I thought it was little. I stand corrected. I stand corrected. That was not a little one. That was not a little one. That is what you come to Florida in the St. Johns to catch right there. It's these freaking big old bass. Look at that freaking splotch. Oh. Like I said, did catch a few on the Missile Baits 48 with an 1/8 sinker, pitching it around seawalls. I did catch a couple keepers on a swim jig on day 3. Did do that. I had the Missile Baits Chunky D. I'll show you that real quick. The swim jig had that Chunky D on the back, and I had. That was what I put on the back of it, Tilapia Magic. It was a black and blue jig. I had that Tilapia Magic Chunky D on the back, and that was what I had going on there on day 3. And then I caught a couple of keepers on the Missile Baits Magic Worm on a drop shot, pitching it around on day 3 in a couple canals. Ended up filling out my limit and culling up a little bit with that right there. It's kind of my go-to. 10-pound FC on there, my G-Finesse 2-aught hook that I always fish, and an 1/8 little 1/8 Spro tungsten drop shot sinker. Again, same reel, same drop shot, same line, except for that heavier leader. Same Cashin drop shot rod. Almost forgot about that for day 3. Had to fill out the limit and catch a few. But ended up 39th place. Not too bad way to start the year. We don't have a top 20. It's not exactly a great tournament. So top 10s are really what we're shooting for. And we're going to try to get back on track for that. But first tournament of the year, not a terrible start. If you guys have any questions, as always, drop them down there in the comments. We want to hear what you have to say and want to know what you what you got out there. Definitely power pole central. Anytime you go to Florida, you better be using those power poles, and that power pole move trolling motor, super quiet, super smooth. And I really have a lot of confidence in that, and being able to kind of stealthily get up on those fish and be able to get those bites down in Florida. Man, those fish can be very skittish. But drop it down in the comments. Appreciate you guys watching as always.
That's good job. Want to get a picture of it, or no, you got on camera.
Here, give me a picture. Oh my God. Better than sex, I swear to God.